Hi everyone, Corey coming at you today from Austin, Texas with MindfulBit.com, and today I wanted to discuss a little bit about loneliness. You know, there's never been a more important time to discuss the effects that loneliness has on our mental health and our wellness. There's a stigma around the idea of loneliness that loneliness equals weakness, especially when it comes to men. A man should be independent, strong, he shouldn't need anyone else. And to rely on someone else or other connections is oftentimes, through society's eyes, seen as a weakness. And that's just a mirage. It's not realistic. We're a human, and humans are wired to long for connection and community. That's how we survive. That's how we got to where we're at now. So this idea of being independent and trying to get through life on our own, it's not an accurate depiction of reality. So first, address the stigma. Sit with the way that you feel about the word lonely. If you think of the word lonely and you immediately feel like, that could never be me, I could never be someone who's lonely, then you might want to go inward a little bit and explore your relationship with that word and the connotations that you have around that word. Because until you can accurately label yourself as someone who's lonely, you'll never be able to find that peace that comes from reaching out, asking for help, and getting that dose of human connection. So first thing, explore your relationship with the word. Second thing, you need to know what loneliness feels like. And this was a really hard one for me. Loneliness for me in the beginning felt like, one second, little helicopter. But loneliness felt like boredom a lot of times to me. Boredom and restlessness. I would get those emotions confused for what actually turned out to be me being lonely. And it was just by freak chance that I was in one of my restless moods, and I connected with someone, and I noticed that mood had dissipated and it disappeared. And I said, maybe I've been calling this boredom and restlessness this whole time, but it's actually been loneliness. So think about the way that you feel, and think about some of the ways that you're labeling your current emotions and how those actually might be loneliness manifesting itself. And if you're not comfortable labeling yourself as someone who could be lonely, of course you're going to think of other words to name that emotion. And then, the third thing is reach out. Ask for help. This is a huge thing, especially if you're like me. I'm single, I live alone, and I've been working from home pretty much since March. And that's a lot of time to spend by yourself. So you have to reach out, you have to ask for help, you have to identify when you're feeling lonely and call someone up and say, hey, I'm feeling kind of lonely. Do you mind if we hang out, or we talk on the phone, or we have a Zoom call? Don't be scared to take up space and let that person know that you're struggling and you're in need of some help. And people, we have to stick together. We have to support each other through these times, and that means confronting the idea of loneliness. Especially for all you corporations out there, you need to take this seriously, because your employees are probably dealing from this, and it's going to cause burnout in the workplace. They're not going to be able to show up and contribute the way that they need to, and we might be saving thousands of dollars on offices moving to work from home, but because of that, we're going to have a new pandemic, the pandemic of loneliness. So really think about it, address it, take some time. Much love to you all, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.